There is value as well to showing up to training camp when your team demands it, and that's where the Jets find themselves with Haason Reddick. It's a contract dispute. This kind of has gotten ugly as well, as Haason Reddick asked to leave Philadelphia. The Jets traded for him. He showed up for a press conference, a physical. He hasn't been in the building since. Aaron Rodgers and Robert Saleh now have weighed in on the situation yesterday.
I'm not going to elaborate any more than Joe did. It is what it is. I'm going to focus on the guys who are here.
I know you're focused on those guys, Robert, but I mean, how do you avoid this being a distraction?
It's not. I promise you it's not.
I've played against Haason before. I don't know him well. I've had a couple messages with him, I believe, when he got traded. Obviously, we'd love for him to be here, but we don't judge him for trying to do what's best for him. I think what's best for him is to be a Jet because this is going to be a fun ride, but he's got to make the best decision for him and his family.
It's always a good way to defend your take. Like, he should come on. It's going to be a fun ride. But do what's best for you, man. Peter, do you agree with Rodgers that Haason Reddick has to get on board because the Jets are about to go on a fun ride? Peter.
What's going on here?
Peter, it looks like a mask when you put it up to your face.
Wow.
Peter, what chapter are you on?
There he is.
Peter, tell the people what you have in your hand. Tell the people.
This is interesting.
What do you got?
I've got my veteran tight end, Mercedes Lewis, remembered a time when Mike McCarthy called a play and Rodgers dismissed it in the huddle. Here we go. This is the book that everyone's talking about right now, and I only bring it up because, is this a distraction to the Jets, Haason Reddick thing? I think it's an actual football story, but, the Jets, there's no more distraction. Everything you could have imagined, the Jets have been through, whether it was, Rodgers in a darkness retreat, them going out to Malibu, to last year's injury, to the Adam Gase era, to ayahuasca, you name it, Egypt. It's not only just Rodgers, it's everything with the Jets, and it's that's not a distraction to these guys. Kyle and I were there last week. I can't say this enough. No one's talking about Haason Reddick.
I can agree with that.
It's not a thing. If he wants to be there, great. They traded a conditional third-round pick for him. They're fining him every day. That's on him. If he wants to come, great. They didn't give away a first and a third-rounder like the Giants did for Brian Burns. They didn't trade a first-rounder like the Eagles did for A.J. Brown. They didn't do some crazy trade. They gave a conditional third-round pick, which might end up being a Hall of Fame player. I'm not trying to minimize that. But, would it be nice to have Haason Reddick? Yes, but they haven't had Haason Reddick all offseason. So it's not like if you're taking the star player out of the team. It would be a nice addition. It's an embarrassing black eye for the organization that it hasn't gotten done yet. I also don't think it looks great for Haason Reddick, as good as a guy he might be, and I think he is a great guy who just wants to get paid and get what he's always wanted, an extension. But, today's story in New York is not Haason Reddick. Today's story is on to this Ian O'Connor book, which from what I'm reading is really compelling and is going to be a bestseller and is going to be exactly what Ian O'Connor does and tells a true story with the people that he speak with. Now, Rodgers spoke about this book yesterday. He was on with Gio and Boomer, and he's like, look, that's the truth of people that he spoke to. I'm sure there are things that I look at differently from my vantage point, but I can't stop the book from coming out. So far, nothing so overly salacious out here, and a lot of it's positive on Rodgers. But you're talking about distractions in New York. There's a million freaking things going on here in New York. I don't think Haason Reddick not being there is serving as a distraction.
And I'll just say quickly, when you hear Saleh say, I promise it's not, and Peter's vamping about how it's not, proof positive. We're there last week. We're sitting there as guests of the team. 3 defensive players sit with us, and not a single one of those guys on that defense is like, well, just waiting for Haason to get here, and then we'll really start. The PR people are not like, no Haason Reddick question. Because it's not a thing. There was not present. It wasn't felt there. He's a great player, and the story's weird about requesting a trade, and that happened after we were there. But he was holding out when we were there. I've been to places, we've probably been to places where there's a presence of a negative story, and they don't want to talk about it, and they're avoiding it. And when it comes up, they get squirrely. There was nothing like that at the facility at all. This team is loaded with or without Haason Reddick. Sure, it'd be better with him, but if he doesn't show up, they'll play ball.
Oh.
I get it. I hear what you guys are saying. I think we're just missing the fact that name outside of Aaron Rodgers and Quentin Williams, name somebody else who's more important to the team than Haason Reddick. I mean, he is a valuable piece. we can't just dismiss him like he's this fringe player, or maybe he'll go out there and have 3 or 4 sacks. Like, this is a dude who is producing double-digit sacks, 11+ sacks. We're talking about Myles Garrett. I mean, God forbid, just walk with me for a second. He is putting up the same type of numbers in the last 3-4 years as Myles Garrett. If his name was Myles Garrett, would we even dismiss him as we're dismissing him now? The man deserves to be paid. And look here, here's the thing. The Jets have the money to pay him. And if they signed him, they could put that money in a bonus, and that would lower their cap hit, and they could have everything they want. Like, I get frustrated as a person who loves football. You hear the Jets and the history, and then you see Joe Namath and all this other kind of stuff, right? I'm like, if you're playing the game, as my boy from San Diego State, Herm Edwards, would say, if you play the game to win, then you have to pay the player who can make a massive impact on the defense. I'm still like, to me, if they're saying, oh, it's not a big deal, it's not a distraction, that's a lie from the devil, okay? Because it is a distraction. Your best player on defense isn't playing. Come on, like, we're talking, let's just say Myles Garrett. I'm going to call him for this just so people can get it. It's Myles Garrett you're not paying. That's who we're talking about. This dude is comp to Myles Garrett. He doesn't have the size, and that's why everyone, all these people who think they can make the decision, that's why they're hating on him, because he's a 6'1" dude. He may be 6'1", but he plays like a giant.
No one's questioning whether he's a great pass rusher and a great player. It's just that he's never been there before. He's never practiced with them. He's never suited up with them. He's never been in the locker room with them. So they don't know what they're missing. He's just some random guy from another team that the team in the front office is dealing with. So distraction to that locker room? No, they're not going to sleep at night wondering, like, what's up with Haason Reddick. I really don't believe so, because they don't know. They never had his presence felt. It's not like it's a guy they've had who's holding out, and it's like, we're missing our pass rusher. I think they'd love the presence of Haason Reddick, and if he's there, they'll know immediately how good he is. But Akbar, it's almost like it never even existed. It's like, you know, it's not even a thing to them. It's almost like a figment of their imagination, even seeing him in a Jets uniform, because there was one day at a press conference, and that's why I'm saying it's not a distraction. They've been focused on that building and what they've got in store this entire summer.